Now, my thesis is that, okay, even as not necessarily a big believer myself, I feel as though people need Christianity to tell them how to behave, how to be civil, how to form and maintain a strong society.
What an absolute load of shit. Why do you believe this?
Because the ethic that drives our culture is predicated on the idea of God. And if we take
it's not.
away, well, from a very deep level from hundreds of years ago, yes. Because
no, it's not
that idea. And if we take it away,
no, it's not.
We can't expect society to remain intact when there's that void.
What void? Society is remaining intact, and it is despite what religions have tried to do it. What void are you talking about?
The void that's just left there. That there's no that because there's just you can't point to a God. You can't point to that.
I don't need to point to a God. What would I need to point to a God for?
For something that even if it's esoteric, now mind you, this is like me thinking like someone that's more on the secular side that thinks that we need the Christian values for people to
No, stop, Ricky. You're either gonna play ball and have a decent conversation, or I'm gonna move on. So first of all, you say we need a God to fill a gap, but you won't define the gap. And then you say that we need Christian values without saying what you mean by Christian values. What are Christian values and why? Like, give me one Christian value you think we need.
Okay, everyone coming together in a community.
That's not a Christian value.
Oh.
That's a value within secular humanism because humans, by and large, are social animals. That's not a Christian value.
Well, it's just that when it comes to Christian values, it's just something that secular humanism. It leaves a kind of void in people and in society.
Stop making assertions and actually argue, or I'm just going to move on because I asked what was a Christian value and you named something that wasn't a Christian value. What else do you think we need that you think is a Christian value? Because I'll bet it's not.
Family values.
What the fuck?
How is that a Christian value? Hold on. Please explain how that's a Christian value. Do you think that other Christians don't value family?
Or
people who aren't Christian, sorry.
If you mean the family as the man of the household, and the woman is obedient.
There doesn't need to be a man in the household.
Well, hold on. Oh, please finish. Please.
Well, you're talking about single mother households, maybe not, but single mother households tend to be a mess, and there needs to be general.
You're a ridiculous fucking bigot, and I don't want to waste any more time. But I'm going to let Jenna decide when to hang up with you, and I'm going to shut up because otherwise I'm going to start calling you names and exposing you for the piece of shit you are.
So I'm just curious. Do you think that if you have a family that has a man and a woman, that automatically makes it a Christian relationship?
No, it doesn't make it a Christian relationship. It does make it a more traditional one. It makes it one that is.
What does that have to do with anything? What does tradition have to do with ethics or Christianity?
It makes it so that everyone knows very clearly what is and isn't allowed. Because since everything is allowable, there is nothing that is forbidden.
Well, but so what if, let's consider this for a second, that everything actually is allowed and has been allowed for all of time, and that's why bad things have happened, but it's getting better because we're becoming more aware and we're controlling ourselves. Have you considered that as an option?
Well, how can we say we're controlling ourselves when there's more single family households than ever? There's just.
But is that a bad thing?
Yeah, but look at what it's led to. I mean, it's kind of led to a thing where we want to move past patriarchy, but instead of making everyone more equal, it just seems that we're moving towards a strange kind of techno matriarchy. Because right now it seems that homosexuals and LGBTQ people, they want to actually to suppress straight religious normal people.
So have you considered that it may look like that because possibly the circles or the people that you're talking to may feel like that, but it might not be true? What if there are LGBTQ people who just want to be able to marry who they want?
And if you're arguing it just like that, I mean, they're just gonna that would almost be just fine. What I'm talking about.
So why would it almost? What makes it almost just fine? What makes it not?
LGBTQ people and the community.
Keep in mind, I am LGBTQ.
But folks like you have put the livelihood of others in danger.
Why?
Go fuck yourself entirely.
Yeah,
I'm still going to let Jenna choose, but go fuck yourself entirely, you little shitty troll.
I don't think that this is the platform to be discussing why you think that people who have a different sexual orientation or gender than you are automatically dangerous. I don't understand that. Maybe go think about that, do a little research.
He doesn't know how to think.
I think that's ridiculous. And I'm sorry that you think that, because that's very sad. I'm not dangerous.
It's really been something like in the last few years that I saw this. Like, remember, I'm sure you've heard of that news thing of the Christian bakers who were forced to bake a wedding cake for.
That's not true. That's not true. If you're
what about the atheist bakers who have been forced to make big Christian wedding cakes their entire lives?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, seriously.
Because they serve to like 80%. Because they serve to a society of 80% Christians. So
and all they're saying is that we matter too.
No, the society is not 80% Christian.
We're saying we get cake too.
I'm wondering if you have any facts at all that aren't just pulled right out of your fucking butt.
I think that you've been surrounded by some people who have some very bad ideas, and I think that's sad. I'm glad that you're watching this show, and I'm glad that you called. But I think that you need to probably hang out on Discord after this or in some of our chats and try to ask people a few questions. Please try not to make assertions before you ask people questions, and make sure that you define your terms.
And unlike Jenna, I think you're an obvious troll, because I have more confidence that you couldn't possibly be as stupid and bigoted as you seem to be.